Justin, your friend Somi is pumping. I was on Twitter, Rooney's friends, and I saw my friend Patrick, who now follows me. He made a thread here. Recently, there's been much talk about how much YouTubers give a bad crypto name, but for every shill influencer promising quick riches, there are a dozen honest educators. Here are 11 YouTubers with high quality content. Now, when I saw that Paddy Boo now follows me, which I just got made aware of, my heart dropped. I'm like, oh crap, I hope I'm not on this list. Please don't tell me I'm on this list. I don't want to be a crowd herd cuck. And I scrolled down, and to my shock and happiness, friends, I'm not on here, which is exactly what I want. You see a lot of DeFi guys, just a lot of there's a dad in here. Okay, I don't even care if he hides and blocks me after this. Okay, because this is the thing, friends. I mentioned in my video, no one ever got rich joining the herd. You got it? I'm eating protein yogurt. Actually, nice. It's a nice meal replacement. Now, I'm going to show you, friends. Hex is actually up 112% in just 12 days. Why? Because it was oversold. Why was it oversold? Because the market was wrong. Because the market was sleeping on the fact that Hex is a better Bitcoin and better than gold. Can you stake your gold? No. Can you move your gold on a digital wallet? No. Can gold be pumped 100x if $178 million gets inserted? That's the real number for PHEX. No, it can't. Gold can't pump 100x. No, it can't. So Hex is up for the day, friends. It was hitting 28%. The market is choosing Hex as a better store of value. We've actually got more to come, friends, because you're going to have fun with these. Oh, boy. Now, if Pulse Chain, friends, PLS, flipped Cardano, it's a 20x. Look at this website, market cap of. Shout out to them, baby dolls. You want to know me, friends, market cap of. I was one of the first guys to start promoting them on my Twitter because I realized they were a bull market weapon. That's right. I started tagging the founder and I donated to him. I was like, you know what? This is exactly what the industry needs. And I know you're probably confused. You're like, wait. You're telling me that all we need was to compare two coins and put a big fat green number so the crowd can dream about how big your number grows if you topple the other one? Yes. That's it. This is narrative creation. This is bull market speculation. This is why you're here, friends. This is the equivalent of when you watch a young kid on the field and he's trying to be the best at, say, football. And then he goes home and he watches a video on YouTube of Lionel Messi scoring some sick goals. And that kid starts dreaming, whoa, I want to be great too. So what does the kid go do? Maybe he goes and buys a new soccer ball. Maybe he goes and signs up to his team. Maybe he wants to train harder. You see that inspiration? Well, friends, this little green box here, Pulse Chain will flip Cardano at 20x. That's the inspiration. Okay, so Cardano, friends, of course, Cardano is great. We love Charles Hoskinson. He was hunting for UFOs under the water. By the way, Charles, you really want to hunt stuff? Go to Wright-Patterson Airport. Actually, don't. We need you around for the next bull market. Now, if Pulse Chain, the SPI, does 20x, friends, the altcoins on Pulse Chain, the scam ones, the shitty ones, they're only going to do like a 5 or a 10. Think about that. The crap ones are going to do a 5 or a 10. The winning ones will do 200x. So if you have Pulse, imagine that number 1. Shitty Pulse will do like 0.5 of that. And then great Pulse will do 10 Pulse, 10x on it. So you have a big range, right? There's a big deviation. So you could do 10 times better than Pulse, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then like minus 10%, 20%, down to like minus 50%. You see that big range, but that's your risk, right? That's why you're here to find, an active community. You want deep value. You want stuff that's fun and exciting. You want people to don't rug. That's what you're looking for. So I want you to think about this, friends, while I play some pump music for everyone. Think about this. If you pick a layer 1 chain to start concentrating in, and it's not as deep value contrarian. So let's say Ethereum does like a 4x from here. If your coin only does like a 7x from here to 8, let's do 8. Let's do 8, the average. Well, you're not going to get much of a big multiplier on that chain, are you? Because if that does an 8, what if Pulse Chain, what if it does a 40? So the poop on Pulse Chain is going to fly very high if Pulse Chain does 40. I don't mean like meme coins. I mean like actual scam poop. You see, because you're so deeply undervalued. Whereas all of these like blue chip, already stacked, exposed, layer 2 coin, whatever the hell they are, you're not going to get that much of a multiplier. But for most people, it helps you sleep at night. You might think, well, you know, I don't have a fat dude twerking in my face being spammed every 15 minutes. I don't have these fake Finland articles about tax evasion, all this other bullshit. I don't have corrupt chairman Gary Gensler. I know. But if you can muster up the strength with your steel ovaries or your steel nuts to actually deal with that, which just means like ignore it, okay? If you can just refrain from selling and it works out, you get handsomely rewarded. And you deserve it because there's no free lunch, right? You can't get the big compensation of reward unless you take it on the risk. So the market is giving like Pulse Chain like a 1% chance of survival. Same as Hex, same as PulseX, the whole community. And I think it's more like a 90% chance of survival. The market's got it wrong. Now, the market is right to fuel it the way it does today because it goes off the emotions. However, you know, are you right to block and delete your best friend of 5 years because they picked you up late to go to the movies by 30 minutes, right? You'd say, no, that's a bit of an overreaction. If you pick me up late by 30 minutes, I'm not going to go throw you out. In that moment, maybe you're upset that your friend picked you up late. 30 minutes. I could have been, you know, like making an extra cup of orange juice, feeding my pet duck or doing whatever. But letting go of a whole relationship, you know that's an overstep of the boundary if your goal in markets is to actually make it to the very, very end and have the highest reward. Now, Pulse Chain flipping Cordanzo is a very, very nice milestone. What about the fact that Pulse Chain's a better Ethereum? What about we flip Ethereum? That's 464x away. So if ETH does a 3x, then Pulse Chain's got 1,000x to go. That's right. You don't even need it to. You don't even need it to, friends. Just Cordanzo. Cordanzo, friends. Think about it. 20x to flip Cordanzo. You know, if Cordanzo does a 3x from today, Pulse Chain's hurdle rate is now 60. Friends, let me do the calculation for you. If you have, by the way, not financial advice, okay? By the way, this thing can go to zero. It can all be a Ponzi scam. It can go to zero, okay? But I'm just doing theoretical imaginations. You know what I mean? If you have half a year, okay, half a year of your living expenses invested into a coin that goes up 60x, you now have 30 years where you don't have to work. Give 10 to the tax man, you got 20 years you don't have to work. All right. Now, let's say I'm off by a factor of 3. Well, worst case, you're going to get 10 years where you don't have to work. But it didn't come free, right? You have to invest 6 months of living expenses. So I'm not saying go do that. I'm just telling you, yes, the market's wrong. You get compensated by this. These are the things that change your life. You don't get this all the time, right? Not everything can be the most hated. Not everything can be extremely oversold. There are other things out there. They're hated, but they keep going up. You see? So they're already like, you missed the boat at the very, very start. Now you just got to play the momentum train. Now, I even have here, friends, something special. Hex combined. So this is EHEX plus PHEX. I just use this to measure basically the EHEX and PHEX combinator of them both, just to look at their trend. Because it's like measuring the market cap of the whole thing. Remember, friends, Hex was so powerful, they had to split them into 2. One in the Arctic, one in the Antarctic. Okay? So why they do it? Out of respect to Satoshi and Bitcoin. Because it would be unfair if just one Hex existed. So Hex was just only, friends, 1% away to flip green on the weekly super chain. So basically, Hex above like 1.1 secs combined, 1.1 cents. That is confirming green on the weekly super trend. And I just want to show you don't get your pants wet or anything, but I'm just going to show you what happened in the previous bull market when we flipped green on the weekly super trend for Hex. So I have the chart here. I'm going to change it to the weekly, W for friendship. And look, so we start off green here. This one doesn't count. This one was a fake out right into the big poop day, big payday. It only went up like 160%, dropped back down. But the next one is obviously the most interesting. This was the bull market. It went up, after flip green, okay? It went up, bang, 39x. So remember what happens is it's flipping up. It closes up above here, right? So it went up 39x from that flip. Now, of course, that might be a first cycle. Normally, I mean, look how much it did in a bear market. In a bear market, it did 2.7x. So even if you go to that previous bull market, you know this number, friends. Let's be super conservative, man. Let's just okay, 38x. Let's divide it by 5 or 4. Let's divide it by 4. If you do, say, 39 divided by 4, that's a 10x-ish from today. From today's price. It's still very low, right? It is still very low. It's kind of crazy. Even if you add that up, do a 10x on Pulse Chain, it's only 6 billion market cap from today, PLS. Okay, that's still tiny. That's nothing. See, so it's beautiful that even if this thing does occur, it's some nice friends like a 10x and there's still room to go. That's how cheap it is. So you already know there's going to be people who fall off the horse because they're going to sell at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to distribute along the way. They're going to make the mistake of getting out too early. I can tell. Because I know we wanted to go up fast, but most likely what's actually going to happen is the point that they want to sell never gets reached and they panic under. So I'll just throw it out here. It's very obvious. A lot of people want to sell 10 cents because, wow, just round number, 10 cents. Might not hit 10 cents that first time. It might go up to like 7, but then by the end of the next 60-day run, it's back down to 5. And everyone's just getting out there. But luckily for you and me, we have a secret weapon, friends. The secret weapon is called the ruler indicator on TradingView. Now, the ruler, friends, shows you that if something is only up at 5 cents where they'll be selling, it's still down 90% from the top. So combined Hex, remember, friends, it's about 1.1 cents now. Let's say it goes up to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, comes back down to 5, people get out. I'll actually show you that on the chart. Just letting you know, that would be, so this is the combined Hex price chart right now. So let's actually draw this. If it went up here, everyone wants to sell up here. Wow, I'm going to sell at 10. And then everyone that thinks about it, they're like, no, I'm not going to sell. It's going to go to 20. Maybe that happens. Okay. And then all the weekends get out here and zoom. That's one possible scenario. Markets like to do that. They go towards the area everyone wants to get out. But it's also possible a lot of the 10-cent sellers, friends, they could just have been selling down here. We did hear a lot of stories about people who wanted to sell at 10 cents. They're like selling at 1 cent. They're selling on the way down. The good thing is a lot of people have been rinsed. And you get to see how fast these things go up. I mean, you're just seeing green across the board. Hex, Inc, even 15%, friends. PulseX, 15%. Remember, incentive token's a green logo. Doge is a brown logo. If incentive flips Doge, it is a $350 Inc. PulseX is better than Unisoy. That is a 16x difference. I mean, like, friends, it's just every number. Yeah, you got a long way to go. You got a long way to go. You can't say that for any other coin. What about our friendship? Do you still believe? I know I do. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.